Good morning, dear students. We were discussing about the growth and development of infant, and we will continue today also growth and development of infant. So, in the previous class, we have discussed about what is in who is an infant, what is infancy, and also the growth in terms of height, weight, head circumference, chest circumference, then dentition, vital signs, and also development we have seen in the headings like motor development and maturation of systems. So in motor development we have seen regarding the gross motor development and also the fine motor development, and also you have attempted a quiz in which we have reviewed the developmental theories of or which is concerned with the infancy. So we'll continue with the development of infant with intellectual development. So intellectual development, or otherwise known as, it is a cognitive development. So the theory of intellectual development was put forward by Jean Piaget. This is a revision of theoretical background of personality development. So this is according to Jean Piaget, intellectual development. So infancy, that is the first first stage of intellectual development, is sensory motor stage. That is already we have studied. So sensory motor stage is from birth to 2 year. So our infant is from birth to 1 year. So the substages, the first 4 substages, there are total 6 substages in the sensory motor stage. In that, first 4 substages will be for infant. So the first substage is substage 1, that is birth to 1 month, that is named use of reflexes. The second one is substage 2, that is from 1 to 4 months, and the name is primary circular reactions. The third substage is substage 3, that is 4 to 8 months, and the name is secondary circular reactions. Fourth substage is substage 4, that is 8 to 12 months, that is coordination of secondary schemas and application in new situation. So these are the 4 substages of sensory motor stage in infancy. So two more substages are there in the sensory motor stage, that is for 1 to 2 years, that we will be discussing in the toddlerhood. Okay, so in infancy you have to understand that in infancy there are 4 substages of sensory motor stage, and this is according to Jean Piaget. So these theories are already discussed in the previous sessions. So substage 1 is the use of reflexes. We know that child begins its life with the help of reflexes. Here more reflexes will be there, and that is helping them to lead their life. So the functional assimilation, generalized assimilation, and the recognitive assimilations are the important behavioral processes for substage 1. The substage 2 is the second substage, that is the 1 to 4 months, and there will be primary circular reactions. So the reflexes will be replaced by voluntary acts, and they will be doing the repetition of the acts in the primary circular reactions. And substage 3, that is a continuation of primary circular reactions, that is a secondary circular reactions. Here the voluntary acts will be repeated, and they will have 3 important behavioral processes during the substage 3, that is imitation, play, and affect. That means the outward manifestations of their own emotions will be presented by the child, and they will be showing the imitation, and they will be actively playing during this time. And substage 4 is 8 to 12 months. So there will be more motor abilities will be there. They will be exploring the environment, and they will be able to indicate, they will be able to comprehend the indications or the some signs. So that is a coordination of secondary schemas and application in new situation. So this is about the intellectual development according to Jean Piaget, and infants is in the sensory motor stage, that is about to 2 years actually. So first 1 year there will be 4 substages, and that is about the infant intellectual development. Hope you all are clear with the intellectual development. So we will be moving to the psychosocial development. So who proposed the theory of psychosocial development? So it is Erik Erikson. So that is according to Erikson, the psychosocial development happens between the trust versus mistrust. So the task to be completed in this infancy stage is development of trust, and if it is not developed, the child will be turning into the mistrust. So the trust will be developed towards the caregiver and who's giving care to the baby. So if it is not developed, it will be going in the opposite side, that is a mistrust. So the child will be birth to 1 year, the child will be in a psychosocial stage, the child will be in a trust versus mistrust. By caring the child, by providing the milk to the baby by direct breastfeeding, and also by meeting the personal and elimination needs, by talking the baby, by talking to the baby, we can improve the trust in children. So it's very important to develop the trust in the personality development of the child according to Erik Erikson. So the next one is psychosexual development, and the theory was proposed by Sigmund Freud. And Sigmund Freud, he explains that the pleasure areas in the body will be moving from one area to another area. Sensory pleasure areas will be moving. So in infancy, the child will be getting pleasure of the activities in the mouth. So according to Freud, the oral stage, that is birth to 1 year, the psychosexual development stage of the infant will be oral stage. Okay. So, and we know that in the first 6 months, the child will be enjoying the activities like sucking, swallowing. So the child will be in a oral passive stage, and once the child gets the dental or teeth eruption, when the child's teeth start appearing, the child will be becoming in an oral aggressive stage. So here the child will be enjoying the oral activities like biting, chewing, etc. when the teeth is erupted. So that's why we know that the stage is oral aggressive stage. So this is about the psychosexual development. And regarding the spiritual development, that also we know that the spiritual development, the theory was put forward by Fowler, 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 and the child will be in a primal faith or in the primary faith, that is stage 0. So there is no external body or external faith. The child is trying to develop the trust with the caregiver. That is the only faith or only trust the child will be developing, or no external warnings or any external persons will be influencing the faith of the person. So that is why the child will be in a stage 0, that is the primal faith or primary faith, primal or primary faith. So that is about the spiritual development of infant. Next we can see the language development of infant. So there is no theory of explaining the language development. So in a newborn, their language will be crying for food, or if they have the pain, for every reason they will be crying. Crying will be the language which they use for communicating. By 1 month, they will be response to human voices. So if we call because in intellectual development we have seen that they will be stopping crying when they listens the sound of mother. So that will be continued in the language development also, that's overlapping. So 1 month they will be responding to the human voices. So if we talk to the baby, they will be looking at the face, or if they are crying, if we make some voice, or if they are crying, if we make some voice, they will be stopping crying. So that is a 1 month they will be respond to human voices, especially caregivers voice. Okay, next is 2 months they will be response to caregivers voice by sounds. That means they will be making some sound to the caregiver's voice. If we are talking to the baby, the child makes sounds against the caregiver. By 5 months, mimic sound of others, because already in the previous secondary circular reactions, that is 4 to 8 months, we already discussed that it is a stage of secondary circular reactions in which the imitation happens. So by 5 months they will be mimicking the sound of others, like ka ka, they will be repeating the ka ka. So that is the repetition, they will be trying to mimic the sound which is made by others. So that is by 5 months. By 8 months they will combine syllables without meaning. So la la la, so some sounds they will be making, it may not be having any meaning, but they will be combining syllables by 8 months. By 10 months they will speak one word, maybe amma or appa or kaka, or some simple words they will be making or speaking by 10 months. Like looking at mother, they will be calling mama. So they know that this is mother and I am calling her. So that is a speaking one word. Okay, that is not without meaning. They know that the mother and she will be, or the baby will be calling the mother. That is happens in the 10 months. By 1 year, 2 or more words they will be speaking. That may be very familiar words which they use, maybe amma, appa, or some 2 or more words they will be speaking by 1 year. So this is about the language development of infant. Okay, newborn will be crying. 1 month they will be responding to the human voices, they will be stopping crying when they listen the voice of a human being. Then 2 months they will be responding to caregiver's voice by making sound. Then 5 months they will be mimicking the sound of others. And 8 months they will combine syllables without meaning. 10 months speak one word, and 1 year 2 or more words. So this is about the language development of infant. Next we can see the play and stimulation. So what is the play and stimulation in an infant? So the type of play which they will be playing in infant is, first 6 months they will be playing with onlooker play. That means they will be playing what others are playing for them, for the baby. That means we will be making the rattle to move. The caregiver will be playing for him. So they will be observing it, they will be enjoying it. That is the onlooker play. They may not be actively involving in moving the rattle or playing, or with the toys they will not be playing. The caregiver will be playing. So the baby will be looking at that particular play which is played by others for them. That is a onlooker play. That means the caregiver will be playing for the baby, and the baby will be observing that particular play which is played by the caregiver. That is a onlooker play. First 6 months, that is they will be looking at the play and they will be enjoying it. Maybe by kissing the baby, we will be making the sounds to the baby, or maybe we will be holding the baby. These all things they will be enjoying. So that is a onlooker play. The type of play after 6 months, that is in the second 6 months, first 6 months it is a onlooker play, and second 6 months the child will be playing alone. That is the solitary play. They are not observing others play, or they are not uh, considering others play. They will be playing alone. That is the solitary play. Second 6 months they will be playing alone. They will be enjoying the activities by themselves. Opening, or they will be distracting something, or anything they can be done. So that is a solitary play which is played in the second 6 months. So the type of play in the infant, there are two types of play. That is the first 6 months they will be playing onlooker play. They will be observing the things by looking others play, or they will be enjoying the things by looking at the toys. In the second 6 months they will be enjoying the play by solitary play. That means they will be playing alone. They will be enjoying alone and playing alone. So that is the second 6 months. So next is the selection of toys. Regarding the selection of toys, whenever we are selecting the toys for an infant, it should be according to the growth and development. Because in the vision, we have already discussed that how the vision or what they will be seeing during infancy. So we have to select the toys bright colored with large size so that they can see it properly. They can enjoy it properly. So according to the growth and development, we have to select the toy. And one more thing, we have to consider that the child will be in a oral stage of development. So in oral stage, what happens is they will keep every objects to the mouth. So if we provide any small objects for them, they will keep it in mouth, and there is chance of aspiration. So these all points we have to remember when we are selecting the toys for an infant. It should be well constructed and safe. We know that they will be trying to use it. They will be, if it is easily breakable, it can cause injury to the baby. Well constructed and safe. It should be durable, because they will be pushing the toys, pulling the toys. They will be keeping the toys, they will be throwing the toys. So it should be durable also. It should be too large to swallow, because whenever we are giving any toy to the infant, we should remember that the child is in oral stage. So there is chance of swallowing, or they will be keeping every object in the mouth. So there is chance of aspiration can be there. So we have to remember that it should be too large to swallow. It should be lightweight, because child is not with balance on their walking or sitting. So if it is heavy, they may not be able to manage it. So it should be lightweight. It should be easily handled, smooth and washable, bright colored, already we have seen. Size should be appropriate to the use. So these are the important points in selecting the toys for infant. So we'll continue in the next video. Thank you.